Have you been thinking about buying a house but are unsure of where to start? First Time Home Buying Basics will take a possible complex and confusing process and make it a breeze. Arizona residential real estate broker Josh Mattison will guide you through this step-by-step process as he has with hundreds of clients over the last 20 years. You will learn everything from where you start your journey all the way to closing the sale and getting the keys to your hands. Josh wrote this book in a short, simple, easy-to-read format of less than 100 pages. 2021 is a whole new real estate market, so before you hand over any of your valuable information, calling realtors or mortgage brokers, check out First Time Home Buying Basics and Cover Your Assets. Available now in paperback, ebook forms, or by visiting the website at MattisonMarkets.com. Emma Paunil Music wants to hear your mental health story. If you have a message to share, either of an indirect or direct experience with suicide, or would like to share any personal accounts of receiving therapy or benefits thereof, you should participate in this super easy, heart-opening contest. Simply share the message you wish to share either in video or written form. You can share to social media using the hashtag SoulFlameMovement, and feel free to tag Emma as well on IG and Facebook at Emma Paunil Music, Twitter at Emma Paunil, or you can email your message to Emma at emmapaunilmusic@gmail.com. The winner will receive a mental health care package from Emma with a Soul Flame backpack, a Balanced Mind guided planner, a My Terribly Great Ideas inspirational creative performance journal, the Gentle Dragons picture book on emotional wellness, a hardback journal within which to divulge your healing journey, and a Soul Flame t-shirt. 50% of any profit from purchasing the Soul Flame merchandise goes directly to Soul Flame Therapy Support Program in order to make therapy more available for those who financially need it. Deadline and winner announced July 27th.
All right.
From the Big Heavy World Studios in Burlington, Vermont, this is The Anything Show with Jon Francois. I hope you know what you're in for.
Oh, finally, we are back in the studio Saturday, July 17th as we record this. Jon Francois here at Big Heavy World in Burlington, Vermont. Actress and host of the Black Hole Sun podcast, Massiel Hernandez, joins me once again on the phone from NYC. Hello, Massiel.
Hi.
And oh my God, Massiel, we have a special guest in the studio with me. My girlfriend, Toni Rushlow, returns. Hi, Toni.
Hi.
Hey, Toni.
There she goes again with that sexy nighttime radio voice. Oh my God, Toni. Oh, man. She's making things happen to me right now, and I can't have things happen.
Oh, okay. Enough.
All right. While things are happening to me, we have a great show coming up for you today. Coming up later on, if we have time, hopefully, Nic Davis, the director of the new music documentary Enormous, The Gorge Story, playing nationwide in theaters July 21st. I'll be talking to him about the Gorge Amphitheater, Massiel, which is like this legendary amphitheater in Washington State where musicians like Dave Matthews and Fantagram have performed. It's really great. So wonderful conversation with him about that. Oh my God, for our celebrity gossip, Juvenile, the rapper, encourages you to get the COVID vaccine. Massiel, have you heard that song, Vax That Thang Up?
Oh.
Yeah. No. Now you're going to hear it later on, and you might regret hearing it.
Oh, boy.
I know. For Let's Get Viral, we're going to hear a singing donkey accompanied by a harmonica. Hello.
Does he know Shrek?
You know what? I totally forgot about that. Yeah, no, we'll have to call Eddie Murphy and see if there's a connection there. All right, ask anything. Oh my God, I totally forgot. We have a chance for you to win $100 and an Anything Show with Jon Francois shot glass and keychain, July 26th. So that means next week, we're going to be announcing the winner, which is awesome. And for our headlines, Massiel, I don't know if you know, but if you have an Apple phone,
I don't.
Oh well, shame on you. Shame on you.
What?
You're an outsider. Okay, me and Toni have the iPhone and you don't. So therefore, I mean, come on now.
No way. way. I have the juicy, sexy Samsung Galaxy phone and tablet with the pen, so I do drawings. It's so sexy.
Okay, did you have? Okay, do you have the Samsung that caught on fire? Because a few years ago there was a story.
I don't have that one. Come on now.
Okay, fine. Well, anyway, the great thing about the Apple phone is that the weather app, it actually doesn't tell you the number 69, like in terms of like the weather temperature. So we're going to get into why that is later on. So I know that's an easy opportunity for a dirty joke, right, Massiel?
Okay.
All right. So listen, subscribe, follow, rate, review The Anything Show with Jon Francois on Apple, Spotify, wherever you get podcasts. You can follow us on Facebook.com/The Anything Show or Instagram at Anything Show Francois. And we're on YouTube under The Anything Show with Jon Francois. Shot glasses and keychains are available. You know, $10 for a glass, $5 for a keychain. So send me a DM if you are interested. Massiel, let's get that dirty business out of the way. Do you want to get to some headlines?
Yes.
All right, here we go. What the hell are we doing? TikTok. Oh my God. So TikTok, the latest, one of the latest trends on TikTok is snickles. Do you know what a snickle is, Massiel?
Unfortunately, yes.
Oh, okay. Would you mind explaining it to the listener here?
Oh, gosh. So if you've been on TikTok, this is the latest food trend. So it is a pickle, you cut it up, and you stick a Snickers bar inside of it, and you eat it like that.
So, Toni, you are obsessed with pickles, and you're trying to convert me to pickle liking. Would you try a Snickers bar wrapped in a pickle?
No.
Why is that?
Ew.
Okay, fine.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No. You know, Toni likes to eat slimy pickles out of the jar. So I just figured that, you know what, if she likes slimy...
Don't say that. I like pickles too.
Yes. Yeah.
Look, I like pickles as a small condiment on a sandwich, but as like a slimy, like peanut, as a slimy penis-shaped
Why do
thing.
you say slimy?
He does every time.
Because that's what it is. It has the pickle juice in the jar. It's slimy.
It's not slimy.
It's not slimy.
Have
It's a baby.
Okay. Massiel, Toni, have you ever seen the movie Holes based on the book? With Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah.
And, okay,
Yes.
there's that scene where Shia is in the middle of the desert and he has nothing to eat.
Those aren't pickles.
What was that?
They're like onions.
Oh, that was a slimy pickle for sure.
Oh, yeah. No,
Yeah.
I don't remember what it was, though. It's been a long time since I watched that movie.
Okay.
But I'm sure it wasn't pickles.
I could have sworn that it was a slimy pickle in a jar.
It
but,
was onions, I remember.
Fine. I have to rewatch that movie. But so I take it, Massiel, since you have a TikTok account, you are not going to try this on your TikTok. A full Snickers bar wrapped in a pickle.
No, it's just look. I like pickles. I like them on sandwiches. I like eating it out of the jar. But there's just some trends that I'm not with, and this is one of them. Like the Snickers pickle. Like no, that just doesn't. No.
Okay, all right. I'll take your word for it. Now, do you want to take this opportunity to do a shameless plug for your TikTok? We're not going to see pickled. We're not going to see pickles. We're not going to see pickled Snickers, but we'll see what. Are we going to see pickled Reese's? What are we going to see?
Oh.
No. Actually, I started a series on TikTok explaining how to get into acting. So it's been very popular.
Oh.
And my TikTok is my first name, M-A-S as in Sam, another S-I-E-L, N as in Nancy, H as in Hernandez. So find me there, and we're talking about different things, but especially acting stuff. And I'm also doing card readings. I go live sometimes, usually on Sundays, and I do a card reading with oracle cards. And yeah, I have fun that way.
Awesome. And the lovely Toni Rushlow does follow you on TikTok, which is wonderful.
I got to follow her back. Oh, man.
Yeah, she's at Toni Ray Bubble Sandwich. What are you on?
No, it's just my name.
Oh, okay. Toni Rushlow.
Yes.
Okay. I thought you were under like Fuzzy Pickle McGee or something. You know?
Oh, man.
That's Toni's nickname for me. More on that later. Hey, speaking of actors and such, obviously actors, you're talking about, you talk about acting in your TikTok, Massiel. Obviously, actors have to prepare resumes. And this is a new thing on TikTok right now. They're actually testing a new service called TikTok Resumes that lets you apply for jobs directly on their platform. So what you'll have to do is create a video resume, and you can browse their job listings at TikTokresumes.com. TikTok.com. Now, Massiel, I don't know. I mean, I feel like it's hard enough to create a very impressionable, regular physical resume. I feel like with TikTok, with all the special effects and all the artwork that goes into it, I feel like, creating a TikTok resume is going to be a lot more work. What do you think?
Yeah, I think I actually went to TikTokResumes.com and I checked out the jobs, and I'm like, I don't know. I think it's a gimmick. I don't think people are actually going to be hired through the videos. Well, you never know. But I just feel like, yeah, that's kind of like, you got to be really creative to get someone's attention in terms of work like that. And a lot of the work is based out of Los Angeles, too, by the way.
Oh, okay. Well, Toni, you're an avid user of TikTok. Would you try out this TikTok resumes thing?
No, I have a job.
Okay. Toni,
straight to the point. I like it.
All right. Toni, say you were kicked out on your ass from your job. Would you give TikTok resumes a shot?
No, probably not.
Okay, all right, that's fine.
She'll probably be like a normal person and go to LinkedIn.
Yeah,
I think
exactly.
This is more for those 16-year-olds that are like, I want to work. I saw like Forever 21, TikTok. Who else was there? There was a bunch of big companies like be art director, and it's like it's not even like entry level stuff. It's like senior manager stuff. I'm like, none of these 16-year-olds are going to get this job. Like, this is just for, like this 16-year-old. I want to work for Forever 21 and they're blah blah blah, and it's like no. Everybody goes to LinkedIn. Like, come on now.
Yeah. All right. So there you go. Free promotion for LinkedIn. I will have to try that because I keep on hearing about LinkedIn, but I never want to do it because, I don't know, Massiel, my fingers are tired. My fingers are tired.
There's a voice app on your computer. You can try, speaking to it.
Okay. All right. That's fine. This next headline here, I've yet to understand the value of video games and so you're an avid video game player, I see. Okay.
Sure, I am.
So what would you say about paying $1.56 million for a sealed 1996 Super Mario 64 game? Would you say it's definitely reasonable to pay that much for a video game?
No, that's ridiculous. I mean, I'm realistic. I love video games. I love Super Mario, but that's just money. You're just pissing away money.
Exactly.
Just like I'd rather spend that money on. I mean, that's $1 million. You can do a lot of stuff with that money. Like. That's a little wacky. That's just money you're just pissing away, really.
Yeah. I mean, for that kind of money, I feel like, all right, give me like an added benefit. Like, all right, I have the Super Mario 64 game, and now I don't have to pay taxes for the rest of my life. Like, something like that. Because it's like, $1.56 million? That's insane.
Yeah. You're really a fool if you're doing that. Like
You are. And you know what, Massiel? You might possibly be a fool if you are making money based off of your own poop. Oh, my God. Now, Toni... well, actually, no. I'll excuse you from this, Toni, because this is my responsibility. So, Massiel, I just pooped, and and I was thinking about this while I was on the toilet. I was like, you know what? What if I go to this university in South Korea? They're testing a new type of commode that actually turns your waste into digital currency, so that they will actually pay you for your poop. So, I mean, basically what they do, Massiel, they collect everyone's waste, they turn it into methane and manure, and then the methane powers things in the building, and the manure is used in a nearby garden. Each time a student uses the toilet, they get paid in a digital currency the professor created called Google, which I'm looking at my document right now. This might be a typo. So it means actually honey in Korean. So they can use that honey to buy stuff on campus like coffee and snacks. I mean, it sounds like a complicated process, Massiel, but really it simply starts with us taking a big dookie in the toilet. So, Massiel, you ready to go? You ready to go to the toilet with me?
No.
No?
Absolutely not. This is disturbing. And plus, let's think about it. They're not going to bring it to America. We eat so much crap. Like, compared to the Koreans, people in Korea are probably eating such a healthy diet that, of course, they can use that dookie as fertilizer. Not us. Our stuff is toxic. We drink Mountain Dew. Come on, people.
Yeah, I guess so. Toni, as an avid poop enthusiast, would you actually... No, because Massiel, I mean, my God, the stool that comes out of this woman, it's just...
What is going going on?
It's so smooth and
Okay,
regular.
that's enough.
That's enough.
No, but my point is that Toni likes to make money. So like, if you had the opportunity, like say,
Oh boy,
like,
Toni, don't answer this. Pass on this.
look. Say if you ate something really bad.
I think all things considered, you should be the one looking into this.
Okay, fine.
Ooh, ow.
Oh yeah, because of my constipation. That's fine. Yeah. I totally forgot. But I've recovered from that. Okay. So I would say if I ate something really bad, Massiel, and it made me go diarrhea, I think I would make millions, right? Because if you get paid for your poop, then imagine diarrhea. It doesn't work like that.
No. It doesn't work like that.
Right,
you gotta have.
fine.
I feel like you have to have a healthy diet because
Yes.
I think if you're eating like McDonald's and like Mountain Dew or whatever people eat, they don't want you. You don't want your poop. They
Yeah.
want someone healthy. They
You're
want
not going to
something
grow good plants with that.
Okay, fine,
Yeah,
fine,
definitely.
fine. All right, so this next headline here, I mean, maybe we're not in love with the idea of poop for money, but maybe we are in love with the idea of pulling someone's teeth out and then they die and then we make it into jewelry.
Okay, Hannibal Lecter.
Right, exactly.
You know, I have a serious story about this. Do you want to hear?
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead.
So, in Puerto Rico, I think it's a lot of the Spanish-speaking Caribbean islands. They take people's baby teeth and then they make jewelry out of it and give it to them when they turn 18. I have earrings of my baby teeth.
Now, is that some kind of like voodoo like kind of thing where it's like...
No, it's not. No, it's not. It's like it's supposed to be like honestly, I have no idea, but I have a pair of earrings from my baby teeth, which they're somewhere in a jewelry box, and I'm like, I think I wore them for like a week because I was like a goth kid, so I was like, hey, this is cool. But
Wow, okay.
yeah, like it's actual like I don't know, like a ritual or something. I don't know what. I have no idea.
Well, first of all, the reason why we're explaining this for the listener that might be confused, there's this jewelry company in Australia that's making the news because they make jewelry out of your loved one's teeth after they pass away. So, Toni, when you pass away, I don't know, in about 15 years or so.
When I'm 40?
Oh, sure. That's common, right?
Hey!
Hey. Well, when Toni decides to die, I will collect her teeth and I will wear it on my chain as a remembrance of her. And then
jeez.
Exactly. And then
That's morbid.
It's like Norman Bates with his mom in the corner.
Exactly. So when I tell my 10th wife, like, hey, in case you want to know, this is my first wife, Toni Rushlow, and she has her teeth, and there you go.
Oh man. Okay, that's enough. My story was so sweet and it was genuine.
Yes.
And it was nonsense. I could see, what I could see? I could see like your pet, like your dog or something, like maybe I don't know. It's all creepy to me. I don't know what I'm saying.
Yeah, but you know what, Massiel? Is it just as creepy to walk your cat?
What? That's not creepy.
Huh?
This is a transition, guys, to our next headline. Yeah. Toni says I'm fabulous at the transitions, and I'm reminding her that I'm very much not. So this next headline here, Massiel, because you used to live with a cat, is it socially acceptable to walk your cat? What do you think, Massiel?
I wanted to walk that cat. He needed to go outside for a little walk, but my roommate wouldn't let me. Well, I didn't ask her either. But I've seen. I mean, it's New York. You always see people doing weird stuff here, and you'll see people walking their cat on the subway or at Central Park. So it's like, this isn't even weird to me anymore.
Yeah, so 58% of Americans say they're fine with walking their cat. 27% don't know or don't care. 15% of us think it's bad. Now, my view of it is that, like, really, there's no such thing as socially acceptable. If you want to walk your cat, and more importantly, if your cat wants to be walked, then walk your cat. Live your life, do whatever you want to do with your pet, as long as, of course, as your pet consents.
Yeah, exactly. When I lived in L.A., I was in downtown L.A. one day, and I saw somebody walk their pet goat.
Oh, there you go.
In downtown LA. Well, actually, it was two goats. And I was just like, okay, it must be really high. I don't remember doing anything, but wow, someone's got pet goats in downtown LA. Okay.
Wow. Well, I need to go to LA and talk to that person. That person seems worth talking to. Toni, you have 5 cats. For one, would you walk those cats? And 2, do they even want to be walked in the first place?
Yeah, Maverick goes places.
Oh, yeah. Well, no, but he likes to like leave the house and just kind of go under the thingy-majig.
The porch?
Yeah, the porch. Yeah, yeah. He likes. Yeah.
But no, like he's gone. Like I've taken him on a leash, like hiking and that type of thing.
I did not even know that. Oh my God. Yeah. You know,
I think some cats like that. Like they really do. I mean, think about it. A lot of felines were out in the wild prior to being domesticated, so why wouldn't they want that?
Okay, well, I used to have a ferret, and ferrets are sort of kind of in the cat family, and I would walk my ferret, and yeah, sure, I got looks. I even got a girl that didn't want to go out with me a second time because she saw me walking my ferret on the first date. But yet, it's and you know what? Truth be told, ferrets are very stubborn. They don't actually go in your direction. Like whereas dogs and cats generally they will follow you wherever you take them. Ferrets, they're just gonna go left when you go right. So maybe not such the greatest idea to walk my ferret. But you know what? Hey, you know, to see a rat on the street with a leash, I think it's just one of those things that you have to put on your bucket list, Massiel.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Do you keep secrets from friends and family, Massiel? Oh, you do? Okay. Well, on average, people keep 2 secrets from friends and family, according to this recent survey. Usually stuff involving mental health is the most common. That's very understandable. You also have embarrassing incidents, snack habits, smoking, internet history. Now, Massiel, I'm so curious. You don't have to tell me specifics, but maybe like kind of dance around what you might not want to tell your friends and family.
Well, I mean, when I was younger, I kept more secrets, and I wouldn't tell them what I would do socially when I was out, if that makes any sense.
Okay.
Like, how my party life was. Now I don't care. I'm like, I had a good time.
There you go. Yeah, along those same lines, I would say friends and family. Certainly there's been a variety of sexual experiences that I've had before my girlfriend that I may not be comfortable with telling friends and family about. And of course, Toni, I don't know if you know, but I used to shoplift a lot before I met you.
You've told me.
Did I tell you that? Okay. And you still accept me?
Really?
Yeah.
Really? Are you kidding?
No, I'm serious. When I was in Iowa, even though I was a fairly well-known radio personality, I would shoplift at the local Walmart because, I was trying to make ends meet. I was trying to.
They're not listening.
From Iowa, come on now. And also, this was like 3-4 years ago. So I think the statute of limitations have passed, Massiel.
It's longer than that.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, what's the statute of limitations?
I don't know. Most of them are longer than that, though.
Okay. Well,
yeah, I think it's like 7 years.
All right. Well, the Anything Show has been canceled for today, so I'm sorry about that.
That's like, what are you talking about? It's like 7 years, I think.
Oh, okay. Well, let's move off of that and let's talk ice cream, shall we? So, Massiel, you and I mean, for some reason, the Mr. Softy has been like a big theme throughout this show. And Toni's actually a great fan of ice cream. She will probably disagree with this because the average American, according to this recent survey, will eat 39 scoops of ice cream this summer. Now, that seems, I don't know, Toni, that seems way too small. Would you say so?
I mean, yeah, but I'm also eating soft serve, not hard ice cream.
So with soft serve, does it not count as scoops?
No.
Oh, really?
No, because they do the swirly thing. They don't do scoops.
Oh, okay. So would you say 39 swirls of ice cream is not enough?
Definitely not.
Okay.
Definitely not. That's what Mr. Softy sells, soft serve.
Yeah.
Except it's creamies.
Ooh.
Because we're in Vermont, so.
Oh, my God. You know what? Yeah, you know what my mom always says?
Probably better.
Yeah, right? Yeah, I bet you. But anyway, so yeah, I just have a feeling that between me and Toni, Massiel, we're going to eat triple or quadruple that scoops of ice cream this summer or much and beyond. So, Massiel, would you say you eat 39 scoops of ice cream or less, or would you say it's much more than that?
It's much more than that. I unfortunately have to keep to the non-dairy stuff, which is like boo.
Yeah.
But once in a while, I'll try to eat like regular dairy stuff. It just doesn't agree with my stomach. So.
Yeah. I had moments like that myself, and trust me, the bathroom becomes your best friend.
Yeah.
So, mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just had a TikTok about drinking cow's milk, and everybody like attacked me. But it was just like a general question, like, why do we drink cow's milk? Like, how did we get to the point where we're drinking milk from an animal? And that was my question. It wasn't like some vegan agenda. It was just a question.
Yeah.
And everybody lost their, like, everybody's like, you're crazy, blah, blah, blah. And they thought I was being like a vegan, like, oh, you shouldn't drink. Like, I'm just, right. I can't drink. I know so many people who are intolerant. Right. And I'm intolerant. So it's just it is a hot topic.
All right. I didn't know that. Now, along the same lines of ice cream, stay with me. Now, I know Toni likes mac and cheese. Massiel, do you like mac and cheese?
I love mac and cheese, but also the same problem because it's dairy. So.
Oh, well, this is perfect for you then. The Kraft is coming out with mac and cheese ice cream. Yep, a limited edition thing. You can order a pint for $12.
$12?
Well,
really?
Yeah,
that's a lot of money.
It's a special new thing, and it's probably going to be all the buzz because people are going to buy it out of curiosity. They'll take a scoop, they'll vomit, and then they'll throw it out. You know what I mean?
That's disgusting.
It is disgusting. I agree. But you know what? There are a lot of nonsensical people out there that eat Kraft in general, first of all. And also they eat mac and cheese ice cream thinking, okay, maybe it'll be a nice new experience. But you know what? It might just be awful.
Maybe the guy who bought the Super Mario for $1 million will jump into this too.
You know what? And he might also jump into buying fries for $200. Yeah. So I mean, you're in New York, Massiel. This next headline here, Serendipity 3. Are you familiar with this restaurant?
I am. I've actually been there.
So they actually have a $200 side of fries on their menu. Now,
I haven't been there in a while, so probably they had like really expensive like wines on the menu. I was like, who's going to pay $1,000 for a bottle of wine? But people do. And
who would pay $200 for a side of French fries? Well, I'll tell you why
people do.
I know people are crazy. So I'll tell you why it's $200. It includes chipperbeck potatoes, goose fat from France, shaved truffles, 2 types of truffle cheese, truffle salt, oil, butter, 2 types of champagne, and a sprinkling of 23-karat edible gold dust.
God, that's like too much. That's like way too many ingredients.
Yeah, Toni, is that too overwhelming for you as well?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
It's French fries.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. And the thing is, it's like, that's too much for your taste buds. That's champagne, truffle, like, what else did you say? Like, this just seems like way too much. Like,
goose fat
who's
from
gonna eat
France.
That? First of all, goose fat, like, that's a lot. That's a lot. That's just a lot.
Oh God, you just shoot a goose and then just the fat comes out and then you put it in a Ziploc bag and then you just run from Paris to New York.
You know what they probably do is they probably do foie gras. I'm saying it wrong. I know someone's like, that's how you pronounce it, foie gras, where they like, have you ever heard of it? Like they stuff a goose with butter. They basically force choke. I sound like such a vegan right now. They force choke a goose with so much butter that their liver gets so fatty, and when the goose dies, and they take out the liver and they use it as a pate.
Whoa. Okay, that sounds like
foie gras. I'm saying it wrong. I'm not saying.
I think it might be foie gras. Foie gras.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're talking to the guy with the French last name. You should have asked me this before.
That's true.
Yes. Yes. And Toni, of course, also has a French last name, Toni Rochelot. You know. Oh, God. All right. So I guess what we've learned from our headlines is do not pay $200 for French fries. And also, Toni is French. Oh, God. And, you know, Toni has shown me some ways that she's French, Massiel. So I'm kidding. You guys are so dirty. I was talking about she likes French fries. That's what I was talking about.
Oh, my gosh.
My God.
Sure.
You guys are so in middle school right now. All right. If you have a headline you want to send us, facebook.com/theanythingshow or Instagram @anythingshowfrancois. Jon Francois here in Burlington, Vermont with the lovely girlfriend Toni Rochelot and Massiel Hernandez joining me in New York City. She is an actress and host of the Black Hole Sun podcast. All right, Massiel, I totally forgot, but I'm reminded now we have a chance for people to win $100 and an Anything show with Jon Francois, shot glass, and keychain next week. Shall we get to a round of Ask Anything?
Let's do it.
All right, so very simply, where would you like to travel this summer is the question that I'm asking you to answer on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Before we get to some respondents, the lovely Toni Rochelot going to tell me where she would like to travel this summer since she hasn't chimed in yet. Toni, what say you?
I forgot I was supposed to think about that.
Okay, so Massiel, Toni told me while we were having lunch earlier, she was like, you know what, Jon, the last time I did this, I didn't like my answer. So now this time I'm going to think about my answer. I'm going to put some thought into it. And I know you said you would like to travel anywhere, but you're
some thought in their answer. This is not that kind of show. Come on now.
Yeah, true, but still. All right, Toni, just say Vermont.
Yes, I want to travel to my home.
All right, fine.
I mean, to stay home and have a staycation.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
So along the same lines, Asher wants to travel to the Bahamas. I mean, there's nothing more same than the Bahamas.
I love the Bahamas.
I know. I've never been there, but I've heard that there's a lot of people of color. I hear that there's...
There's a lot of Afro-Caribbeans there, as well as St. John and... can't even think of any else.
Toni was pulling my cord there for a second, Massiel. No, she was pulling my headphone cord. That's what I meant to say. So for the Bahamas, that's Asher's answer. Athena wants to go to Disneyland. AJ wants to go to Kawasan Falls. Do any of you know where that is? Because I have no idea.
No.
Okay. All right. She probably made that up. Pauline says the beach. She just wants to go to the beach, Massiel. Froggy wants to go to any tropical place. Oh my God! So that's along the same lines as you, Toni. Froggy wants to go to any tropical place, and you want to go anywhere.
Anywhere would be nice.
Anywhere within Vermont.
No.
All right.
Tropical.
Oh, tropical Vermont. Okay, Toni wants to go to the tropical side of Vermont. Creek Views wants to go to Martha's Vineyard. Yes, of course, right in the Cape Cod area. So those are just some of the fabulous answers that we have here from our listeners. And if you want to chime in and tell us where you would like to go this summer, Facebook.com/The Anything Show, Instagram @Anything Show Francois. You can also comment on the pinned post on the top of my personal Facebook page @Jon Francois, Jon, last name Francois. YouTube, I usually post these Ask Anything videos on YouTube @The Anything Show with Jon Francois. You have until next week to tell me where you would like to travel this summer for a chance to go to the place that gives you a $100 gift card and an Anything Show with Jon Francois shot glass and keychain, which is your mailbox. That's where you'll be getting it from. So there you go. All right, I'm satisfied, Massiel. Are you?
Sure.
All right, fine. Toni, are you satisfied?
Of course.
Okay. All right, now that we've reached the complete climax of satisfaction, let's go to the acknowledgement of the fact that there needs to be support for this show from sponsors. I love our lovely sponsors, such as the Highbrow Drivel. Just before we get to our viral videos, Massiel, I do have to acknowledge Highbrow Drivel podcast. Hosted by my wonderful friend Anthony Janot. Hilarious takes from serious experts, and Anthony has a stand-up comedian each week. So if you want like funny, thought-provoking takes on topics like the brain, space, climate science, psychedelics, Highbrow Drivel is where you need to be. And speaking of psychedelics, oh my God, that's basically what the latest episode was all about. Massiel, I think you listened to it, right?
Yes, I did.
So apparently they discussed the scientific benefits of psychedelics. And Massiel, what did you think about that? Did you learn anything new and exciting and thought-provoking about psychedelics?
Well, I have to say that I really enjoyed this podcast. I listened to it through, to the end. Yeah. Unlike when I listen to this podcast, I kind of just listen to my parts.
Okay. Touche.
So I actually listened to it, and I thought it was hilarious. I also love that he was funny, but he also had a lot of important and interesting facts. Like his guest was talking about psychedelics in terms of healing certain addictions, and I thought that was great. Also, there was kind of I don't know if it was a warning, but they talked about being careful if you have a history of certain psychosis to not use psychedelics because it might hinder you. Right. So I thought it was really great. It was a really great episode.
Awesome. And, honestly, I love the fact that they take the psychedelic conversation into many different turns. So they could take it in the direction of magical elves, third eyes, interdimensional wisdom, things like that. And in particular, they have their expert guest on, Dr. Chris Lethaby, who is a philosopher working on issues related to the therapeutic and transformative potential of classic psychedelic drugs. Oh my God,
he was great. He was a great guest. Also, it's really big in Los Angeles now that people do this. They go with a shaman out to the desert, and they take some ayahuasca.
Yeah.
For like a weekend, and I knew a couple of friends that would do it. It's kind of pricey, but I guess if you need the experience, there you go.
There you go. So, Toni, let's go to Los Angeles. Let's have some mac and cheese ice cream, and let's get hopped up on psychedelics. No? You're not going to do
Great
that?
vacation. It's
Yes!
a great vacation idea.
Yes. Yeah, me and Toni, we haven't been talking at all lately as a couple, so we need to bond together. We need to bond together with mac and cheese and psychedelics, okay?
Well, I will say this. My friends who did ayahuasca and went to the desert and whatever, a lot of them got really sick, so there was a lot of pooping, which is good for you, John. And a lot of vomiting, as well as psychedelic kind of reactions. So just so you know, there's physical reactions to these psychedelics sometimes, if people didn't realize that.
Okay, so Toni, we will bond. I will just be in the bathroom, and then you'll be on the other side of the door, and you'll just talk to me, and we'll go from there. So,
Sure.
oh, great couples counseling, pooping, mac and cheese ice cream, and psychedelics. I love it. All right, well, thank you, Highbrow Drivel podcast. Obviously, we're not relating you to poop. We're just saying that you are an awesome, hilarious, thought-provoking podcast that you can check out if you're listening wherever you get podcasts. Hosted by my good friend Anthony Janot and a stand-up comedian each week. All right, we got to acknowledge another one of our sponsors. Massiel, this is a sponsor where we don't have to actually do any work at all. I will be back with you in 30 seconds. Sound good?
Sounds good.
All righty. The Military True Crime Podcast. Thank you so much for supporting the Anything Show with Jon Francois.
This podcast is brought to you by Military True Crime Addict, a podcast focusing on true life events of military personnel, veterans, and those associated with the military. Give a voice to the victims and hear their side of the story, raise awareness of the heinous crimes, and support those most impacted. Military True Crime Addict is available wherever you get your podcasts, and you don't need to know anything about the military to listen. Now, back to the show.
All right, time for Let's Get Viral, the viral videos of the week right here on The Anything Show. Massiel, you may have played the harmonica many, many times in your life, but have you done it with a singing donkey? I bet not. Tell me you haven't.
Funny enough, you're joking, but I have a harmonica and I know how to play it.
Oh! But have you played it with a singing donkey? Have you played it with a singing...
No, I haven't.
Okay. I know Toni has because I know that... No. I mean, you live next door to donkeys all the time. This is what happens in Vermont, Massiel. Cows, singing donkeys... And a chicken choir. I don't know. I mean, there's
chicken choir.
Yes. But more importantly, right now, let's get to the singing donkey because really, I want Toni to meet her best friend. You know, Massiel and Toni, it sounds like someone's like pumping, like something like
pumping the brakes.
Yeah, pumping the brakes, or like when you get water from a well, like you have that big pump handle, that big pump nozzle, and you're just pumping into the bucket.
Shrek called. He wants his donkey back.
Okay, y'all are just being ridiculous right now. All right. Anyway, so it just sounds like that. But anyway, how would you guys rate this singing donkey on a scale from 1 to 10? Toni?
It's like a 7. It's pretty quiet. Donkey.
Jesus. Massiel?
I guess I'll go with the 7 as well.
Okay. I would just say a 1.5. It was just awful.
So mean.
I'm sorry. Donkeys are not meant to.
The donkey has feelings, you know.
I don't care. They're meant to. Look. They're meant for two things. They're meant for people to ride on in the middle of the desert, and they're meant to be in Shrek. Okay.
It's usually mules that you ride.
Oh, mules that you ride? Okay, fine. Well, Toni would know because she has a donkey as her next door neighbor. Alrighty. Hey, speaking of donkeys, dating. Oh my God, let's talk about dating because of course donkeys and dating go together like peanut butter and jelly. David Park is the CEO of the dating app Kippo, which I've never heard of. He's been sharing inside information about the dating app industry. So Massiel, Toni, maybe this is stuff that you don't know about the dating apps.
Number 1, dating apps will create fake profiles of hot girls and hot guys, and they'll show them to you first, especially for new dating apps. If you're a brand new user, you hop onto the app and you're like, wow, there's so many beautiful people on this app. They're not real. Number 2, dating apps will actually hold back your matches unless you start paying. So let's say there's like 100 people that like you and you're waiting to match with them. They'll actually wait until you start boosting your profile, and then they'll start giving you all the people that like you, and you'll get a bunch of matches, and you'll be like, wow, I should spend more money. A lot of them will actually try to like debate you with a free trial, and then as soon as you sign up for the free trial, you start getting a lot of matches, and it makes you want to convert. Number 3, and I'm shocked that most people don't know about this one, but dating apps are selling your data. That's how they make a lot of their money. It's actually scary how much they know about you just based off your swiping patterns and the things you talk about in your chat.
Anything surprising here, Massiel or Toni, or did you guys already?
No. Like, I suspected this for a long time because I've done, like, dating apps. And I've always suspected, I'm like, why are these men so incredibly attractive? I always think if they're too attractive, there's something real wrong with him if he's on a dating app because, you know.
Yeah. Because attractive people, all they have to do is just walk outside their front door and then boom.
Yes, exactly.
They get all they get all the genitalia they want, you know?
Yes. Exactly. That's exactly what I was saying.
Yeah. Which, you know what? Genitalia kind of ties into our next video because of course, as we know, Massiel and Toni, when one parent combines their genitalia with another parent, they have kids. So
kids, is that what you're calling them now?
Little shorties. Yeah, little shorties. Little shorties. Yeah. So Massiel, so Toni decided to be black, and earlier.
Not.
Okay, no, she didn't decide to be black. I decided to invoke a little bit of urbanness in her and say, like, hey, maybe we should have a little shoddy someday. You know what I'm saying?
A little shoddy.
A little shoddy, yeah. A little tata. You know what I mean? All right. Anyway, so are your parents a little confused about what you do for a living? So this is a question that we often have to deal with. This woman's dad got it half right. Let's take a listen to what this dad is guessing that his daughter does for a living.
What do I do for a living?
Say it again?
What do I do for a living?
Software project manager.
What does that mean?
You manage things that are soft and wearable.
Yeah, exactly. You manage things that are soft and wearable. Doesn't that sound convincing, Massiel?
Yeah. What did she do? Do we know?
Yeah. You know, she manages software projects on a day-to-day basis. Now, Toni.
Oh.
Now, Toni is a veterinary technician, Massiel. So obviously, what that means is that she takes care of animals in a very 21st century technology-friendly way.
No, it just means I get to pet puppies and kittens all day. Just ask anyone.
Oh. Yeah. Come on, John. I knew that.
Is that what a lot of people think you do for a living?
A lot of people think it's all the fun stuff like that.
Oh, my God. Little do they know, Massiel, that this woman carries 200-pound dogs who don't want to be with her, who just like are angry and barking, and all she has to do is just give them all she has to do is just give them a shot, but they just don't want it because they're
I can just imagine the cats. The cats are the worst.
Yes, 100%. My cat's so nice at home. Well, they're not here.
And then not here. I can just imagine you're a stranger. Yeah. You're poking them with something. They already were in a car, in a car ride, which they hate. Yeah. Oh,
yep,
it's the worst.
Oh, boy. Well, you know what? Going from jobs, I guess, to how fast auctioneers talk. So, Massiel and Toni, I mean, you obviously are familiar with the auctioneer talk. I mean, well, yeah, because there's like, because I mean, I don't know, I haven't seen this in Vermont, Toni, but in Iowa, they always have the county fairs where it's like, 45, like
there's an auction house right in Lowell. Westfield.
There you go. So, Massiel and Toni, if you want to know how auctioneers do that whole 45, like they actually have an auction school where they make you go through that speak very slowly. Take a listen.
30, 27.5, 25, 22.5, 20, 17.5, 15, 12.5, 10, 7.5, 5, 2.5, 1, 2 and a quarter, 2.25, 75, 3 and a quarter, 75, 4.
You know, when I heard that, it sounded like some like weird, strange satanic cult. Like they were they were just chanting something.
It sounds like a bad chant, and it needs like harmonica at the end. Which funny.
Yes!
I found my harmonica, so. There you go.
Oh my God! Why didn't you tell me you were going to do a harmonica solo? Do it now! Do it now!
No, I just did it.
Okay.
There you go.
Can you do Mary Had a Little Lamb on the harmonica?
No, get out of here.
Fine.
That's it.
All right. Well, soon, when you are very skilled, like Stevie Wonder skilled at the harmonica, Massiel, I want you to perform "My Heart Will Go On" from Titanic, which brings me to our next video. Yes, I know. Stick with me here. A YouTuber named Lauren Paley. She's been posting videos of herself singing in stairwells. She has an incredible vocal range. In this clip that we're about to hear, she nails the super high flute part in "My Heart Will Go On" from the Titanic. It will make you cry on the inside and outside. Okay, so maybe my ears were crying in agony for when she hit that high note for a second.
Yeah, that was hard.
But aside from that, I think it was fairly angelic. What did you guys think?
Does being in a hallway do anything to your vocal range?
I guess the echo chamber quality of the hallway does something to it. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Because I was like, okay, that's interesting. I could do that when I was 16.
Well, Toni has a lot of experience singing in hallways. Toni, what would you say to that?
Yes, I do that all the time. All the time.
Yeah, go ahead. But what would you say? Would you give that a 5 out of 10, a 6 out of 10?
Sure. I mean, I can't do that.
Okay, I can do that.
Oh, you can.
Oh, yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. Hey, poke my belly a few times. I'll do that. Yeah. All right. Anyway, so oh my god, guys! Speaking of your belly being poked, whether you want it or not, TSA. So when you go to the TSA,
wow.
Hey! Oh my god, this is a great way to go out because we're out of time anyway when it comes to this segment. So a former TSA worker is giving us some inside tips about the stuff you can and cannot get away with, and this is relevant, Massiel and Toni, because of course everybody is traveling now that they think COVID is over.
Tips from somebody that used to work TSA. Number 1, the dogs in the airports don't smell for drugs. They only smell for explosives. Number 2, all of the tips and tricks that you're using to try to conceal and hide the illegal things that you're bringing, just stop, because it's an x-ray. You can literally see through everything. You're not hiding it by putting it in a toothpaste tube or whatever it is that you're doing. Number 3, it makes more sense to put it in your checked baggage so that way if they find it, they'll just throw it out. Whereas if you're in the security checkpoint and somebody finds it and they decide to be an asshole, they're going to call the cops, and then that's just going to lead you to issues and missing your flight. And then, let me just clarify some things. Edibles, just throw them in a Ziploc bag. They won't be able to tell the difference. Carts, doesn't matter. People smoke nicotine vapes all the time. They can't tell the difference. You can conceal pills in other pill bottles. Like, nobody's looking in your pill bottles.
I love it. So edibles and pills, I'm going to hide them in a nice, safe place. And me and Toni, we're going to go to where? Africa, Los Angeles? Where are we going?
Yeah, no.
Okay. Massiel, what do you think about so you disapprove of me bringing edibles and pills on the plane, Toni?
Edibles are fine.
No.
But pills?
Edibles are fine.
Edibles are fine.
All right, fine. All right, Massiel, anything surprising or revelatory?
No, because, I've snuck so many stuff on the airplane, so...
Okay, there you go.
No.
Marijuana and the like, I'm sure. Yeah?
Yes, marijuana, for sure.
Yeah. Oh, God. All righty. I am so high on the fact that we finished our Let's Get Viral segment. Thank God. Hey, if you want to have a viral video to send to us, facebook.com/theanythingshow, or you can send us a thing on the Instagram-y thingy at anythingshowfrancois. That's at anythingshowfrancois. Jon Francois here with the very delicious Toni Rushlow. You are. She's joining me in the studios here in Burlington, Vermont. The equally delicious Massiel Hernandez joining me from New York.
I saw that.
Both of you guys taste like mac and cheese ice cream. Come on now. No. I kid. You guys taste like a Ben & Jerry's ice cream that has been sitting out for exactly 1 second. Just 1 second. It's like the right amount.
So we're still stiff.
no. Yes, you guys are stiff and ready to go. So with that being said, are you guys stiff and ready to go for some celebrity gossip?
Sure.
Let's do it.
Yes, let's get hard. Massiel, I had like an entire house for lunch today, so I'm still recovering from that.
So good.
Oh boy!
It was
Did you
so
take
good.
a shower today?
He did.
Yeah. So I decided to change it up a little bit, Massiel, and I decided to actually care about my hygiene. So I hope you appreciate
Great.
that.
I'm so happy. Thank you.
Tony, on the other hand, I don't know. But anyway.
Shower right after you.
Okay. Anyway. I don't even know how to. We're going from a Tony not showering to a wonderful rapper passing away. So I apologize. This is an awkward transition. But if you were like me and you were sitting on the toilet last night and you had your dear friend Massiel text you, you had the surprising news that this guy passed away. Play the music.
Have you ever met a girl that you tried to date, but a year to make love, she wanted you to wait? Let me tell you a story.
Yeah, there you go.
of my
So,
situation.
Biz Markie. Massiel gave me the news last night that the wonderful Biz Markie, who of course is known for this song, Just a Friend, he passed away at the age of 57. Now, Massiel, I think initially his death was fake, wasn't it?
Yes, a couple of weeks ago, he was taken to the hospital because he had some complications due to diabetes. So they took him to the hospital. He wasn't doing so great, but then it was falsely reported that he died. And then the family came out and said, no, he's still alive. He's just very ill. So then last night it was confirmed.
Yeah. And honestly, Biz Markie is one of those guys. I mean, I like a lot of people, like when I was younger, maybe middle school, high school, I saw the music video for Just a Friend. And of course, like this guy, he just so fun, infectious, just has a presence that you'll never forget.
Yeah.
And I haven't seen, obviously a lot of us haven't seen him in a minute. I think his height was the 90s, and then I know he had like a comeback album in like 2003.
And he was on Yo Gabba Gabba, the kids show.
What? Oh my God. So there's that. And also he's known as one of the pioneers of beatboxing. So if you want to know like how beatboxing is so prevalent in hip hop, Biz Markie is one of those guys that's really made it a big presence. So Biz Markie, not just known for Just a Friend, he's known for Yo Gabba Gabba and beatboxing, amongst many other things. And we're gonna miss him so much. He definitely had quite a presence on this planet. Now, we love Biz Markie. What we don't love so much, where the hell is the music? I need to turn this off. All right, here we go. Yay. All right, I got to listen to that on my off time. It's going to be great. So we love Biz Markie, Massiel, and Tony. What we don't love is bachelorettes telling guys not to masturbate. I don't know if you know about this, ladies, but Katie Thurston from The Bachelorette, she's actually she's challenging her guy contestants to refrain from getting handsy with themselves. Now, her reasoning is she wants to, quote, make it a little hard for them, make it very hard for them. So I'm pretty sure she's aware of what she was doing when she said that. But yeah, I think there's just going to be a lot of blue balls happening at The Bachelorette. Massiel, what do you think?
I stopped caring about this show a long time ago. It's just like, it's such gimmicks. And then the host got fired for some racist thing.
Oh yeah, Chris Harrison. Yeah.
Yeah, now they've got two girls on the show. I'm just like,
Yeah.
And I find her so boring. Katie, come on, girl.
Yeah.
Spice it up.
Absolutely.
Spice it up.
Absolutely. You have a host that was fired for racist things. You have very artificial people on this show, and then you have a masturbation ban. I mean, like, there's really no reason to tune into this show.
Like, that's not okay. You know what? Men can't control themselves in that sense. Please let them masturbate. You don't want trouble. You don't want problems.
Well, way to generalize, Massiel. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of men that can control themselves in certain situations, say in
I mean, in terms of masturbating. I don't mean like other things. You should control yourself, but
no. I mean in terms of masturbation.
I feel like a lot of men are handsy and they know their equipment very well.
Okay, fine.
I don't think she's wrong.
You know what? It's 2 against 1, so of course I can't say anything. I guess I'll just go masturbate anyway.
Or poop.
You mean try.
Try. You two. Okay. Speaking of poop, Black Widow. She's the antithesis of poop. Honestly, Scarlett Johansson, she is wonderful in this role, and she basically has her own spin-off movie, Black Widow, which had the biggest opening since COVID turned the world upside down. 80 million over the first 3 days, Massiel. I know you're a big Marvel head. Did you watch Black Widow at all?
No, because you got to pay for it on Disney Plus.
but I think you have to. You can see it in theaters as well. You don't have to only see it on Disney Plus.
Yeah. I'm not. Look. I still have COVID anxiety. I don't want to go. First of all, I have COVID anxiety, bed bugs. No, I'm not going to theater anytime soon. I'm just like, no, absolutely not.
Okay.
I'll wait till August. I think August 14th. It's going to be like available on Disney Plus.
All right.
Without the $30. So yeah.
Okay. Well, you know what? Black Widow is just there for you on Disney Plus whenever you want to pay an extra $100 million for it, Massiel. Just there for you.
I think it's just $30. I think it's just an extra 30.
That's fine. You know, I was exaggerating, so you know, just. Speaking of Marvel, I think Loki. Oh my God, Loki! This thing is catching on fire. So not only was it recently renewed for season 2. Of course, it had the biggest Marvel series premiere on Disney Plus so far. 731 million minutes of viewing time. And it looks like Loki is also on the music charts for some reason, because if you remember from episode 3 of the show, Massiel,
yes.
Tom Hiddleston from Loki sings a song called Very Full. Now, if I have it, that would be great. I don't know if I do have it, but I wish I did. I don't even think I have it. No. I thought I did. Okay, well, wait, no. Massiel, do you want to sing it for me? Go ahead and sing it for me.
No, I don't remember it.
Oh,
but
okay.
I do remember the scene. I do remember the scene in the train, and Sylvie wakes up, and he's over there, like, starting a party with everybody on the train, and he's singing the song. It's kind of funny. And Tom Hiddleston has a great voice.
Oh, doesn't he really? My God, you listen to that voice, and you're like, why did Taylor Swift leave that? Because I think he dated Taylor Swift for a while, didn't you?
Oh, I think that was really like a PR stunt, because I was just like, I thought it was too much, because now he's dating someone else and we don't hear about it. But I think like after he dated Taylor Swift, we kind of knew about. I mean, we knew about him, but then we really knew about him. You know? He's fantastic as Loki. Like he said it himself. He's going to play Loki to the day he dies, and I think he should. That's his best role ever. So.
Oh, I love it. You know what I also love? I love when rappers create COVID versions of their well-known songs. So obviously we know Back That Thang Up from Juvenile, and now because it's COVID and I guess Juvenile wants to be relevant again, he decided to do a COVID version of Back That Thang Up called Vax That Thang Up.
Girl, you look good, want you vax that thing up. You's a handsome young brother, want you vax that thing up. Dating real life, you need to vax that thing up. Feeling
yeah.
Night, you need to vax.
Imagine Loki grinding on the dance floor to that, Massiel. Come on. Yes.
I was about to say, I lived through Back That Thing Up, and now this song, I approve. I approve.
Yeah. I mean, why not? It's a good message, and parents can't really say anything about it. It's like, oh my God, what are we gonna say? Like, you know, oh, it's encouraging people to live. No, come on, it's great. No, I mean, you're booty shaking still, but you're booty shaking for the sake of living because you have a vaccine. Isn't that right, Toni? Sure. All right. I don't know, Massiel. We're almost out of time. I think I have a couple more things that I want to get here. Oh, yeah. Speaking of the vaccine, Olivia Rodrigo is, of course, a big pop singing sensation. You can't turn on the radio without hearing her music. So, because of that...
I know it is. I'm kidding.
Okay. And trust me, sometimes I don't want to know who she is. I play her for a lot. So she was asked to go to the White House and speak on behalf of the young people, encouraging young people to get the COVID vaccination.
I am beyond honored and humbled to be here today to help spread the message about the importance of youth vaccination. I'm in awe of the work President Biden and Dr. Fauci have done, and was happy to help lend my support to this important initiative. It's important to have conversations with friends and family members, encouraging all communities to get vaccinated and actually get to a vaccination site, which you can do more easily than ever before, given how many sites we have and how easy it is to find them at vaccines.gov. Thank you, Jen, for having me today, and thank you all for helping share this important message. It's so appreciated. Thank you.
Now, what are your thoughts, Massiel, and also Toni as well? Because I get it. I mean, she obviously has a big influence over the young crowd, so I get why she would be asked to go there. But I was still looking at that press conference, and I was just like, man, that is bizarre. That is bizarre for, I don't know, Olivia Rodrigo is probably like 17, 18 years old. This girl who's known for singing like these sort of like sad, like teenager-friendly love songs, all of a sudden she goes from that to just being asked to speak at the White House for the sake of COVID vaccines. So I don't know. What do you think, Massiel?
The world is a bizarre place. It really is. I do appreciate her efforts to put out pro-vaccination information. I think that there's too much, being someone who hangs out on TikTok way too much, there's just so much misinformation on that app. And it's really sad. There's been a lot of deaths because people don't want to take the vaccine. I think that people really need to, I don't know. I'm fully vaccinated, and and it wasn't just like, oh, it's for me. It's also for my neighbor. It's just have a broad perspective about it. I think that people are going about it the wrong way, and just stop for a second with what's going on and just really think about it. And really understand why you need to be vaccinated. Absolutely.
Toni, thoughts on Olivia Rodrigo being a presence at the White House, telling us to get a vaccine?
I mean, it makes sense. The government knows what works. Like when Taylor Swift announced that she was a Democrat, do you know how many people went out and registered to vote?
I remember there was a lot, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. It was a lot. They know stuff like that works. So
Look at that. That's awesome. I know we have to wrap up. I'm trying to figure out if there's like one more thing. Oh yeah, Tony's boyfriend, Machine Gun Kelly. So
hey, he's hot.
Yes, he is.
That's your opinion. I find him.
That's your opinion, man.
Look. I think he can clean up his image a little bit.
Why?
Oh no! What?
I just say that because
that's why we like him.
Yes.
Remember him in Bird Box? When he was in Bird Box, I was like, oh wow, Machine Gun Kelly.
Yeah, he's the work of Satan, if you ask me.
Is there something wrong with that?
Yeah. Anyway,
well, hell, Satan.
So he obviously is with Megan Fox, and he was saying the other day how it's so bizarre, like how he went from having a poster of Megan Fox in his bedroom, like a gawking teenage boy, to all of a sudden being with Megan Fox. And I just wonder, like, what, I mean, would you want to, Massiel and Toni, this is a question for you, whatever crush that you have that's like worthy of like being a poster on your teenage bedroom, would you actually want to get to a point where you're with them, or would that be too bizarre for you?
I'm a little older than you guys. I don't know if Toni realized that. I've said it a couple times. But I don't know.
I pay attention. Don't worry.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. So a lot of the people I had on my wall in the 90s are like, old men. But the one person that popped up in my head right now was Brad Pitt. Oh. And then another one that just popped up in my head was Keanu Reeves. Those two guys were on my wall. And I mean, they look good for their age, you know. None of, Brad Pitt came around, I'd be like, yeah, sure, Brad, whatever you want.
Really? So if Brad shot his shot, if he shot his shot at you, if Brad Pitt, so you would not think to yourself, oh my God, like, he's going to destroy my image of him, because a lot of people have this thing about like, oh, I don't want to meet a celebrity because like it'll destroy my high expectations. So you have no worry about that with Brad Pitt?
No, well, I've met Keanu Reeves, and he's lovely as a human being. I've met him a couple times. I'm actually at one of his movies. So I've met him, for a split second. But he was a very lovely human being. Yeah. I've heard Brad Pitt's a pretty cool guy. I think he's dating Audrey, what is her name? The woman from United States versus Billie Holiday.
Oh yeah. Audra Billy. Audra McDonald. No, not Audra McDonald. Audra Starr. Let's just call her Audra Starr.
I thought it was Audra Day, but okay. He's dating her, but if I had a chance, I would date him for sure.
Absolutely. Now, Toni, obviously we know what you would say for Machine Gun Kelly. Well, actually, no, because we talked about this. I think you gave me a complicated answer last time. If you had the opportunity to date Machine Gun Kelly, and you can define that however you like, would you do it?
No, I already told you no. That's a different kind of crush, admiration. It's different.
I think I don't know, Tony, but I feel like Machine Gun Kelly is a lot different than like a Brad Pitt. Brad Pitt's been like, he's more of a man, and Machine Gun Kelly looks like he's a little dangerous.
Like he's a good time, not a long time.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Oh, that should be a bumper sticker. He's a good time, not a long time.
Wait a minute, where's the harmonica? Like,
oh my God! Yeah. Wait. Did you want me to play the donkey harmonica, or were you going to play the harmonica?
No, I just did it.
Oh, you did. Wait.
That was me trying to do Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. I'm still learning.
Okay. Oh, so I thought you were like, okay. I thought that's what Machine Gun Kelly sounds like when he's having sex. I don't know.
That was a low blow. That was a low blow.
You be nice to him.
Yes. Okay. So the questions have been answered, and I think that is an appropriate way to end off our gossip. You know what, Massiel? It would be so great if you could do the gossip theme song on the harmonica right now. Go ahead.
No.
Yeah, do it right now.
Hold on.
Do it.
There you go.
Yeah. Perfect. Wow, you were actually on key. I like that. Oh my God.
I'm not that terrible. I haven't practiced in a while, but yeah.
Man, that's awesome. All right, well, if you have a piece of gossip you want to tell us, Facebook.com/The Anything Show. You can also hit us up on Instagram at Anything Show Francois. That's at Anything Show, FRANCOIS. Jon Francois here. Massiel Hernandez joining me from New York City. Me and my lovely girlfriend, Toni Rushlow, have been in Burlington, Vermont at the Big Heavy World Studios. Okay, so even though we're going to go over, as we often do, I do, out of respect because of timing, have to get to my conversation with Nic Davis. So he is the director of a music documentary about the Gorge Amphitheater, this legendary amphitheater in Washington State. A lot of musicians perform there, and it's one of those stories where it's like, oh my God, this family had this Washington winery, and all of a sudden it's a music venue. So it's one of those like just primitive American stories that you just have to hear. So my conversation with Nic coming up right now. Massiel, thank you so much as always for joining me. Do you want to plug your stuff? Oh yeah. Hold on. Hold the phone.
Oh boy.
I don't like you right now. You know why I don't like you, Massiel?
Why?
Because we talked about Loki, and you didn't use that opportunity to talk about the Loki episode on your podcast. Hello!
Oh my gosh. Yes. So we talked about Loki and how great Tom Hiddleston is. And my latest episode on my podcast, Black Hole Sun Podcast, is about Loki Season 1. So if you haven't watched it, and if you haven't watched the ending of the season, please don't listen to it until you do that first. And then come on over and listen to it. And let's say you didn't listen to it. There's also some other episodes of other things that I talk about. So come on over to Black Hole Sun Podcast. You can find me in all the places where podcasts are found. And there you go.
Awesome. All right, so we have the Black Hole Sun Podcast with Massiel Hernandez. Find it wherever you get podcasts. You also have Tony's Tendencies as a podcast. You can find it wherever you get podcasts.
What? What is that?
Nothing. It's nothing.
So Toni has a podcast called Tony's... She has a podcast called Tony's Tendencies.
I do not.
Where she breaks down her wonderful Toni Rushlow habits.
No, I don't.
She doesn't, but I wish she did. And you know what? If she did, I would be the executive producer because I know all of her tendencies. You know.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Toni, what are your social media things so the people in the audience can follow you if you want?
Oh gosh.
If you want, Toni, you don't have to if you don't want to.
I mean, it's pretty much all just my name, Toni Rushlow.
Yeah. You want me to spell it for them?
I guess.
Yes, please.
All right. T as in Tom.
Oh my God.
Okay. No. T-O-N.
Not Toni, the last name.
Oh no. But it's not with a Y at the end. It's with an I at the end.
Oh. Okay,
Yeah. No. I was surprised when we first dated. I was like, oh my God, you're not Anthony. You're Toni. Like what the hell? Anyway, so it's Toni, and last name is Rushlow. So.
Okay.
Yeah. Rushlow, like sweet and low. You know.
Yeah, it's like I spelled it right the first time. Rush.
Oh, that's not my TikTok.
Oh, that's not your your TikTok is Toni Ray, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so at Toni Ray, ToniRai.
Yeah.
So find her on TikTok. Toni has the latest. She'll post a video of her eating a chicken sandwich.
No, I have 3 videos of my cats.
There you go. She has 3 videos of her.
Yay!
Yeah.
I love cat videos.
Oh, I love those pusses. So those cats. Those cats is what I'm talking. You know what? Y'all are disgusting. All right. Anyway, y'all are disgusting. So we are obviously way late, way over time. But thank you so much, Massiel, for joining me as always. And of course, Toni, since you are here, I would like to take this opportunity to thank you for being on the show. Toni is wonderful. She's a wonderful influence and supporter of mine. And you really are. You really are. She's been a wonderful, influential supporter of this show. She's given me some great ideas. She listens every week. So it's wonderful to have that kind of partner on your side. So thank you, Toni.
Aww.
Yeah. I know. All righty. Don't hook up with Machine Gun Kelly though. So, please.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Girl, do it if you get the chance. Do it.
My heart has been stabbed. Okay. Let's. Nic Davis has been waiting in the wings. He's been waiting backstage. So let's get to the Nic Davis interview, and I will catch you later, Massiel.
Later.
Yay.
All right. The Gorge.
As a venue, there's no place like it in the world.
When people ask me, where's your favorite place to play? This is always number one.
I get super excited to play here.
Ray Charles, he said, this is one of the greatest places I've ever played.
Labor Day weekend. That's an incredible accomplishment.
That place changed my life.
I'm speaking with Nic Davis. He is the director of the new music documentary Enormous, The Gorge Story, which plays nationwide in theaters July 21st. And I believe that's a one-night only event.
So it is going to be, July 21st in every theater, but it will be in a couple of theaters an extra date, July 22nd. So make sure on enormousmovie.com you can. It'll show whether it's July 21st and or July 22nd. Yeah.
Well, Nic, tell us what the documentary is about, because obviously we're getting into the Gorge Amphitheater, and give us an idea of why this theater is so significant to musicians performing live.
I think one of the reasons that it's such a special and important place is. It's what Jason Mraz, he called it a pilgrimage, and it requires the artist and the fan to commit. It's like when you're going to a show at the Gorge, it's not just like you're going to a show up the street and you can decide to go 30 minutes before showtime. I mean, you have to plan a weekend around going to a show there. Wow. So, it's hundreds of miles from any major city. And that's if you live in Seattle or Spokane, right? Like if you don't live there and you want to see a show at the Gorge, you have to fly in, you have to find a place to stay, get a car, and people travel from all over the world to go to this venue. So it's a destination venue. I mean, it's a special place to see a show. And, I think that amount of work and commitment elevates the experience. Like it makes people, when they do travel out there, makes it a little bit more of an event, right? And that's the same thing for the artist. When the artists go out there, they have that same experience. And so we interviewed people like John Oates from Hall & Oates who talks about that experience, and Dave Matthews, and all these different artists who reference how special it is to go through this drive through fields and fields to get out there, and then come up over the hill and arrive, and then you get to have this this show, this little moment of magic with the musicians and the fans. It only happens once. It's like that show, like every show you get out there, you get there, and then there's this moment that's shared, and everyone's in that same place, I think. So it elevates. People talk about, I'm sorry, I'm going off here, but it's just, I made a whole film about it. I'm pretty passionate about this place. You know what I mean? So, it's a cool spot to see a show, and I've got to experience it just like everyone else. So I'm a big fan.
Well, now you're making me want to experience it, because I've go there before. Can you paint a picture of the physical space? And I know like musicians, they can sometimes be very particular about like the sound quality of their instruments and their voices on a stage, and also, you know, whether they can hear and work off the crowd well. So can you just paint a whole picture of what specifically makes the Gorge so special for a musician?
Yeah, I mean, I think it largely is that sort of that idea of sort of the overall experience. And there's a lot of things that come into play there. There is being in the middle of nowhere, sort of with the fans and having an experience like that. The audio quality is stunning. It is a natural amphitheater. And early on in the film, we talked to the couple who created the Gorge. And one of the reasons they were actually growing grapes out there, they started a winery. And one of the reasons they even wanted to have music at this place is because they were sort of wandering around, you know, outside, and it sounded like they were right next to each other, but they realized they were like a mile apart. And they realized the audio qualities of this place just created such incredible, like resonance or, you know, the carrying of sound over incredible distances. And they actually had someone come out and measure the sound, they were telling me. And they said it was like perfect, whatever they said is like perfect sound, like traveling quality, whatever. And so it does have these properties of just being like, it's a stunning location. Everyone's in this place together at this, you know, at this really unique spot. And then the audio is amazing. So it's like, what else do you need? You know, a little bit of wine, a little bit of beer, and you're good.
Yeah, I like it. And along with many venues right now, as the pandemic is beginning to wind down, I believe the Gorge is also to the public. Can you give us an idea of what we can expect in the reopening phase?
Yeah, I mean, that's one reason we're really excited to be releasing the film right now. It's coming right before the Gorge is reopening. They're set to reopen, I think, the last weekend in July. And so we're sort of, you know, on the heels of this, like celebrating coming back to live music and coming back to theaters again. And it's a really exciting time to just go out and celebrate, right? To like come out to theater and celebrate and watch this movie and then get back to the Gorge. So yeah, I'm super excited and can't wait for my first show to get back there too.
Awesome. Well, if you're looking for a deep dive in such a legendary space, definitely check out Enormous, The Gorge Story, which is playing nationwide in theaters starting July 21st. And are there specific theaters that we should be looking out for the documentary, or is it just kind of a large spread around the country?
It's a pretty large spread. There's theaters nationwide in every major market and a bunch of smaller markets too. So I would just recommend check out enormousmovie.com. And you can type in the city that you're in or the town you're in, and it'll show you the closest theaters. So enormousmovie.com is the spot. And we're also on all the social medias. So, you know, pop on over, say hi. And there's some fun fans who are interacting on the sites too. So it's a good place to interact, and it's our own little community about the Gorge. So come and say hi.
Yeah. How can we get in touch with you on social, Nick?
It's just Enormous Movie. So check out any Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Enormous Movie. I'm on. I'm there as well. I'm directed by Nic, NIC. That's how I spell my name. So directed by NIC. And yeah, come give me a shout. I'd love to talk to the fans out there.
All right, awesome. Nic Davis, director of the documentary Enormous Story. You can catch it nationwide in theaters by 21st. Thank you, Nick, for being on The Anything Show. I appreciate it.
Great to be here.
Listen to The Anything Show with Jon Francois on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get podcasts. How does Jon know how to set up podcasts? Is he that? No, he can't be that smart. Follow on Facebook at The Anything Show and on Instagram at Anything Show Francois. Did you get all that?
Emma Paunil Music wants to hear your mental health story. If you have a message to share, either of an indirect or direct experience with suicide, or would like to share any personal accounts of receiving therapy or benefits thereof, you should participate in this super easy, heart-opening contest. Simply share the message you wish to share either in video or written form. You can share to social media using the hashtag #SoulFlameMovement, and feel free to tag Emma as well on IG and Facebook at Emma Paunil Music, Twitter at Emma Paunil, or you can email your message to Emma at emmapaunilmusic@gmail.com. The winner will receive a mental health care package from Emma with a Soul Flame backpack, a Balanced Mind guided planner, a My Terribly Great Ideas inspirational creative performance journal, the Gentle Dragons picture book on emotional wellness, a hardback journal within which to divulge your healing journey, and a Soul Flame t-shirt. 50% of any profit from purchasing the Soul Flame merchandise goes directly to Soul Flame Therapy Support Program in order to make therapy more available for those who financially need it. Deadline and winner announced July 27th.